Hi, this is Jamie Magridge. Welcome to my craft table today. Today I'd like to show you how to make this card, or a version similar of it. I'm going to change the sentiment, so I'm using a sentiment out of the same stamp set. And instead of dies, I'm going to use punches, so this is going to be a little bit smaller. But let's get started. Today we're going to use the Best Birds stamp set. It is on the retiring list. This is one that I really loved and didn't get a lot of time to play with. I had made this one card and I had planned to do this a while, but I had not got around to it. So today I'm going to also be using the 2 1/4 inch and the 2-inch circle punches. Some blends to color in the bird and the flowers. I have a card base, which is a powder pink, which is also a retiring color, 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. I have a piece of the Woods Designer Series paper, which is cut 4 by 5, and some scrap pieces of white to stamp and cut all the other elements out with. So the first thing I want to do, I've already, because I needed it to dry, put a little tiny bit of the Tombow glue on the back of this and let it dry so it becomes like a tacky, like a sticky note. And the reason I need to do that is so that I could adhere them together and then punch that shape out. And I need that piece that I'm punching out. Well, I guess I don't. I could probably glue it on and do it all at once. And I'm going to cut it out with a 2-inch circle punch. So I'm going to open it up, just slide this little lever. We're going to put it in as far as it will go. Make sure it's centered. Make sure you only have the front of the card, and punch. Okay, perfect. Alright, then we can start stamping. We're going to be using this bird today, the 2 flowers and the branch, and on this card I'm going to use this happy birthday. Okay, so let's get stamping. I'm going to use Memento ink to stamp everything with, because it works with the blends. Let's start with the sentiment. Leave this open since I need to use it on all of these. I haven't used this stamp yet, so I'm going to get it to take the ink, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. Okay, then I'm going to use that same 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to center it up. Make sure it's as straight as I can get it, although it doesn't really matter. Punch it out. Okay. Then this piece, we're going to take the larger punch. I'm going to center up that circle that we've already punched within there to make a frame. And punch. Did I do one on the inside too? No. Okay. Couldn't remember. It's been a while since I made the card. Okay, so now we're going to stamp these other elements. I'm going to stamp the branch. On the bird. Let's go ahead and do the bird on this one. There's enough room for it on there. I do have a foam mat underneath me. Perfect. And then I need, oops, it's dirty. I need a bunch of these little flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 7 of them. So let's stamp a bunch of little flowers. Stamp a couple extras because some of those aren't so great. Okay, then I need 3 of this one with the little branch, the little bud on it. Extra one there. Okay. And bird, branch. Okay, everything's stamped. These out of the way. So. Okay, then I'm going to take some blends. And you can color them. This one I did with pinks. But since my card base is more of a peachy color, I'm going to use more of a peachy color for the blends. And I'm using Calypso Corals. So I just took the blend and I did a little bit of this. Let's zoom in so you can actually maybe see what I'm doing. I did like the little flicking. I used the little lines that is in the stamp set to tell me where I needed the darker color. Okay, and then I came in with the lighter color and blended over the top of that and out to the edge. Okay, and I have 7 of them. Okay, for this one I did the same thing. I did the flicking on the center. Colored this little piece here. Took the lighter one. Colored out to the edge. Okay, and then I took the green. I think it's a light old olive. And I colored this green part. Okay, and then for the leaves, I took a dark old olive and I started at the center of the, and then a little bit at the, I just kind of did a little bit of the dark green down the center where the lines are for the leaves. And then I took the lighter old olive, I like the brush tip better, and colored it in. Okay, the stems of the leaves I did with the green, and then I came in with a crumb cake, and I colored the branch. This is a dark crumb cake. I didn't do any shading or anything, I just colored it. Okay, and then for the bird, can't remember what blues I used. I think this is Light Call Me Clover. And I put a little bit of this at the top of his head. A little bit on his wings here. A little bit down here where the shadowing is on his face. Okay, then I came in with a light pool party. And I blended that out. On his face. Okay, then I took this the light crumb cake and I colored the belly. where the dots are on there, in the back of his wing and his tail. And I went right over the top of the existing blue. Okay. Down his feet. Alright. That's it. Nothing fancy. You want a little bit different, blended more a little bit in here. A little bit more of this lighter blue. Okay. And then I cut them all out with the dies that match it in my die cutting machine, and I've got them cut out here. So you didn't have to wait for me to do that. Okay. So now, let's bring our pieces in. In this piece, we're going to go ahead and adhere with the Tombow Mono. Probably could have just glued it down and punched it out. Sometimes 2 layers don't want to punch though, so I wanted to make sure I could get it lined up. Alright. This little circle that we cut out from the frame is, or from the hole that we cut out from the sentiment, it's going to become a frame around the window. Stick to my fingers. Okay. The sentiment is going to go inside, right inside the hole, so put a little bit of glue, center it up. It's the same size as the hole. Alright, it should fit in there. For some reason it's not wanting to. There we go. Center it up so that it's centered in your hole. Okay. We're going to need some mini dimensionals. We're going to glue the branch down around here. We want to make sure that the bird's going to be able to pop up at the top here a little bit. Okay, perfect. So let's glue the branch down. This one we're just gluing down solid, or right straight to the card. Okay. Bringing out flowers, and I need 2 of these spriggy ones. One of them's going to go flat right up here. Tuck it under this leaf a little bit. And one of them's going to go flat over here. Let's see, right about there. Okay. Now we're going to glue our bird on. We want to make sure you don't put glue at the top of his head in case it hangs over the window. You don't want glue coming out of the, gluing it to the window. Make sure he's sitting on the branch. You'll see on this one he sits over the window a little bit more, but it's a much larger hole. Okay. Now the rest of the flowers, with the exception of a couple that we're going to put inside here, are going to be popped up with the mini dimensionals. I'm going to put one here. Put one at the top up here. Okay, the mini dimensionals will come in. Let's do this flower first, the other sprig one. We do need to put a dimensional on the flower and then a little bit of Tombow on the stem. So it's going to get popped up like here. Oops, get out of there. dimensional backing sticking out. There we go, that'll work. Okay, and let's put dimensionals on the back of these. Got a couple extras, I think. Oh, I still need one for inside too. Let's do the inside one first. Okay, so I need one to cover up that stem there. One to go right next to it. And one here. One up here. And I think I want one over in here. Alright, there we go. There's our card that we made today. Here's the one that I made previously. And thank you so much for joining me at my craft table. I hope you have a great rest of your day.